Top of the 7th, Cubs hanging on to a 1-0 lead as Bryce Harper steps up to the dish once again, 0 for 2 on the night. But we've been talking about the unique dynamic between both he and Chris Bryant, having grown up together in the Vegas area, playing against each other there, now in the big leagues. And last night, after Chris Bryant hit his home run, 6th of the season, he was asked, do you feel like you maybe got the better of your childhood friend there? And he said, keep in mind, guys, Bryce has 16, but certainly enjoying the friendly competition, and the two of them sitting in the dugout before the game, actually both being interviewed at the same time. And all I can tell you, not being able to hear it, but they were cracking one another up. So they certainly have what seems to be a pretty good relationship at this level, just rooting one another on, really.
Thank you, Kelly. It's 3-0 on Harper, leading off the 7th. Both starting pitchers still working.
No margin for error in a one-run game. Got to be careful here. A little paint with sink at the bottom of the knees.
Speaking of starting pitchers, Rick Sutcliffe, the Red Baron, Cy Young Award winner in '84, will conduct the stretch. Fly ball deep to left. That ball's still carrying. It's going to go. How about that? Bryce Harper with a towering home run. The way Coughlin played that, I thought it was going to be very playable, and it was not, and we're tied.
Yeah, he is so strong, and we talked earlier about his opposite field power. He can go deep to any ballpark. He can certainly take one out of Wrigley when the wind's blowing out, whether he needs the help or not. And just watch the finish. Watch his hands fly through the zone. That top hand coming through puts a lot of backspin on the ball. And look at the eyes. How often do you see a hitter trace a ball like that and it ends up in the seats? I mean, when you look at his head, you're thinking, that's a pop up to short. Yeah, he just throws the bat away dismissively like it's an out.
Ground ball to Castro off the bat of Ryan Zimmerman. Yeah, Bryce Harper's reaction was not, I just hit a home run. It was, man, I just made it out. He's going, oh, man. Well, hey, Bryce, you said you didn't need the win. Maybe a little bit on that home run.
Oh, yeah, that's a pop-up to shallow left, and is what he's thinking initially.
So the only National League park in which he has now not hit a home run is PNC Park in Pittsburgh. First time he's homered here. And that is now for Harper his 12th home run in the last 18 games.
Well, yeah, if you don't like some of the inside baseball stats, plug your ears for about 20 seconds here. Home run fly ball rate. He has hit a home run on over 35% of his fly balls. Better than 1 in 3 fly out of the ballpark. That's, I think average is what, 9%, somewhere like that. Okay, you can unplug your ears now. We'll go back to talking about Martians invading Comiskey.
Right. 5 runs in the series now, all on solo homers. As Ramos strikes out.
Hendricks, as you would expect, steady as a rock after the home run. No biggie. That's just keep going, keep doing my thing. Slow and steady wins the race.
So that ends a scoreless streak for Hendricks at 15 innings. Strike called on Moore. It was walked and singled.
Rick Sutcliffe is in the house, warming up his pipes.
Castro to Rizzo to end the inning. Harper the leadoff opposite field homer. It's 1-1. Here's Rick Sutcliffe.
His conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, former Cub great Rick Sutcliffe.
Sweet home Chicago. It is great to be back. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's at the old ball game.
Someday you won't need all of this space, and you'll miss their raisins all over the place, sandy beach toys and splattered sunscreen. So enjoy the journey and the melted ice cream.
The Infiniti QX60 and the QX60 Hybrid with best-in-class combined fuel economy. Lease the all-wheel drive Infiniti QX60 for $399 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
As our bourbon ages, a small amount evaporates. This is the Angel's share, gone forever. But some liquid stays trapped deep inside the wood. This is the Devil's Cut. We've made history by extracting it. A richer, full-flavored bourbon. Devil's Cut from Jim Beam.
Tomorrow, don't miss Sports Talk Live on Comcast SportsNet. David Kaplan leads a roundtable on the day's hottest topics, interviews Chicago's biggest stars, and interacts with you, the viewer. Sports Talk Live, presented by the all-new Chevy Silverado. Tomorrow at 5:30 on Comcast SportsNet.
Hey, Cubs fans, when the game goes final, stay with CSN for reaction, highlights, and more on Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Join us to recap the action and preview what's next for the Northsiders after every game on Comcast SportsNet.
Nice job, Rick Sutcliffe. Always great to see Sut. And a curve strike on Chris Coghlan. A 1-1 tie after the Harper home run into the bleachers. Strike two, fastball that time. Coghlan 0 for 2 today. Coming into the game, his last 7 games, hitting .316, with 3 of those hits being home runs, but still not getting a ton of luck on balls in play. Like that one. One hop ground out to the shortstop, Desmond.
Yeah, all you can do is just trust the approach, keep having good at bats, hit the ball hard. Sooner or later, you're going to start to find some holes. That's the theory, anyway.
Junior Lake will bat for Kyle Hendricks, who was terrific once again tonight. It's Pedro Strop getting ready for the 8th. This next pitch will be number 100 for Zimmerman. Mike shows bunt. That's a strike. 0-2.
Mike DeMuro hearing from Joe Madden in the Cubs dugout.
So I assume that the previous pitch was a called strike, yes?
I believe so.
Yeah, he pulled the bat back. It wasn't that he bunted at it. Driven to deep center, Span slips, but he's still able to make the play.
Almost had a Polanco moment there for a minute. A nice recovery by Span. Otherwise, it would have been at least 2 for Lake. Left foot kick out after he tries to plant there.
Addison Russell with 2 outs. Couple of hard hit balls off Zimmerman, but for outs to start this half inning for the Cubs. And a strike called on the rookie. 1 for 2. Another great diving defensive play as well. Zimmerman's not messing around.
Well, he's due up second in the top half of the 8th, so this probably is it for him, and he's trying to finish strong. And on a pretty nice roll. Nationals have won his last 5 starts. He has pitched quality starts in all 5 of those games. 7 innings, 2-run baseball last time out against the Yankees.
Pirates leading the Marlins 5-0. They're in the bottom of the 6th in Pittsburgh. Pirates starting the night right at 500. Looking for their 5th straight win. Cardinals leading early 5-3 over Arizona in the bottom of the 2nd. Fly ball out in the deep left center, back toward the wall, and it's going to rest right at the base of the vines, and it's a double for Russell, keeping the Cubs alive here in the 7th.
A very nice night for Russell. 2 out of 3, single double. If he gets it up in the air, it's going to fly out of here. He'll have to settle for a 2-out double and hope Fowler can bring him around.
Matt Thornton has grabbed a ball in the Nationals pen. Veteran left-hander. Just starting to play catch. They're stalling for some time here. Steve McCaddy, the pitching coach. Reds are in a 1-1 tie late, top of the 8th, hosting the Rockies. Cincinnati has dropped 9 in a row.
Yeah, they got some bad news on Devin Mesoraco. Finally put him on the DL. Looks like he's going to need surgery. They got pretty good news on Johnny Cueto. MRI on him. And his ailing elbow came back. No structural damage, just inflammation. Phillies and Mets are tied 3-3 in the 8th at Citi Field.
Mets 2.5 back of these Nationals. Starting play tonight. Fowler down the left field line, out of play. Rangers looking for their 7th in a row. Josh Hamilton, his 2nd game tonight. He's 0 for 2. They trail at Cleveland 3-0 in the bottom of the 4th. He went 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a walk yesterday in a Texas win. Our AT&T UVerse Multiview. Fowler could not hold up, and that will end the inning. Might be it for Zimmerman. It's 1-1 as we go to the 8th.
Before books, before smartphones, websites, and wikis, everything we know comes from you. From our first day of life to our first day of school, our minds are hungry for knowledge. So feed them, tell us stories, sing us songs, or just talk to us. Because the more words we hear from you, the more our minds will grow. From birth to 5 years old, that's our information age.
What's in a can? Possibilities. The beginning of something promising. Something real. That will refresh your perspective every time. So what's in a can? That's up to you.
Chicago is a place where made in America still means something, and quality means everything. And when it comes to the highest quality cars on the road, Honda is America's best. With millions of Hondas built right here in America from suppliers right here in the Midwest. And right now, your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers are celebrating with 0.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers on all 2015 Honda Civics and Accords. Don't miss the America's Best Sales event at your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealer today.
SMR indicator to helium.
And there they are, 57 million miles from Earth.
How does it look? Here we go. Roger.
Now he's exited the module, and we are one step from Mars.
Never miss a moment. Get live TV on the go included with AT&T UVerse TV.
Welcome back. 1-1 ball game. We head to the 8th. Cubs Authentics is the premier outlet for all MLB authenticated game used and autographed Cubs memorabilia. Visit Cubs.com/authentics for more information and a bid on weekly auction items, including game-used baseballs, jerseys, bases, and more. The Cubs will donate net proceeds from the sale of Cubs Authentics to Cubs charities.
A crowd tonight, 30,440. And a 1-1 tie here in the 8th. 2-1 Nationals the final yesterday. Again, all the runs have been on solo homers in the series. Strop to Espinosa and a swing and a miss. Pedro Strop, first Cub reliever to work tonight.
He's had a couple days off. On Saturday, he picked up the save in the Cubs' 9-6 win against the Diamondbacks. Espinosa, pinch hitter, and then top of the order.
Aaron Barrett, saw him yesterday. 2 strikes, quick pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. A pinch hitter now for Zimmerman. You see the strikeout pitch.
It's a great example. Get ahead and then expand the zone.
Clint Robinson, left-handed hitter, won the Texas League Triple Crown in 2010. It's at the Double-A level. Hit .335 that year with 29 homers and 98 RBIs. 141 minor league homers for Robinson.
Cup of coffee with the Royals in 2012, and then a little bit of time with LA last year.
And his 43rd major league game.
Good look, fellas. I'm getting tired of predicting potential outcomes here with this wind blowing out. We keep thinking we're going to have high-scoring games. It's the third or fourth time we've had the wind blowing out like this, and we've had outstanding pitching performances.
Russell's had a busy night. 2 outs.
Ground balls don't carry very well in the wind, and that was a big part of Hendricks' success here tonight.
By the way, some fans asked why we did not interview Rick Sutcliffe. He's working tonight and was unable to stay for an interview.
But he wanted to say hi to everybody.
He did. There he is.
See?
Working with John Shambi.
Hard at work. Span hit his 4th home run of the year last night. He hit 5 all of last year.
Fly ball to deep right. Soler is back on it, and it's gone. Denard Span with his 2nd home run of this series.
As I mentioned, he hit 5 all of last year in 610 at bats. That's number 5 this year. Always been a high average hitter, makes a lot of contact, good defender, steals bases. You don't think of Span when you think of power. He's looking to turn that around. Boy, went down and got a breaking ball. Pretty good swing. Very good swing by Span. There's your Ford home run replay. And Cubs have been victimized late with the long ball here quite frequently lately.
His career high in homers 8 with the Twins in 09. So he seems to be well on his way in that regard. Soler coming on, and he'll make the catch. That retires Desmond on the line out, but Denard Span with a 2nd go-ahead home run of this series, and it's 2-1 Washington late.
There are other luxury cars starting around $29,900. But when put to the challenge, not one of them made this kind of, what's the word? Impact. The Audi A3, the only car in its class to receive both a 5-star overall safety rating and IIHS top safety pick.
Get beautiful new floors right now with Luna's incredible 70% off sale. That's carpet, laminate, and even hardwood, all for 70% off. You'll get professional installation and can be confident with Luna's exclusive Love Your Floors promise. Transform your home with an amazing 70% off carpet, laminate, and hardwood. Reserve your free in-home appointment at Luna.com or call
773-202-LUNA. Dish Network can claim what they want, but America consistently chooses DirecTV. For the best television experience, DirecTV beats Dish, hands down. But don't just take our word for it. Over the last 2 years, for every customer Dish gained, DirecTV gained 7 times more. In fact, more people chose DirecTV last year than all cable and satellite companies combined. Sorry, Dish. 39 million customers can't be wrong. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan in our Comcast SportsNet studios in downtown Chicago with a SportsNet Central update. Saturday night, Fire looked to torch the competition in an explosive head-to-head match with the Montreal Impact. Coverage starts at 7 right here on Comcast SportsNet. A recap of all the day's news, including the latest on the Blackhawks, later in the show. But now, back to Len and JD. Here we go.
Cap, thank you. How do you get to Wrigley Field? Well, we'll do that later. Here's Aaron Barrett.
Aaron Barrett works for the 23rd time. He's been a busy fellow. He's picked up 3 wins out of the pen with a 3.78 ERA. Very good strikeout numbers, 23 of those against 5 walks. And note the bottom of the graphic. He has not allowed a home run. Perhaps he's due.
Bryant, Rizzo, and Castro against Barrett. in Evansville, Indiana. Wabash Valley College and the University of Mississippi.
Well, he's got the heavy lifting to do here with Brian Rizzo due up.
0-2.
Matt Thornton out there in the pen will probably get Rizzo. Drew Storn, if the Nationals still have the lead, will get the 9th. Rondon and Wood loosening in the Cubs pen.
There's Thornton, then Barrett in the 8th yesterday. And they reverse roles tonight. Two and two. We started 15 minutes late due to some rain in the 5 o'clock hour. Game was scheduled for 6:05. We started at 6:20. And Bryant bounces foul.
It's funny how the wind affects different balls. You think about the balls Chris hit earlier in this game that stayed in the ballpark, and then consider Harper's home run, and it's hard to imagine that neither one of Chris's flew out of here. Guess he just needed to pull him a little bit more.
To 3-2 for Bryant with Rizzo on deck. Very deep in the outfield. Harper's almost on the warning track and right. And Bryant fouls away. Can you see Harper? Yeah, barely. He's almost in the bleachers.
Good thing he's not wearing one of those camo uniforms. The Ivy, we'd never know he's out there. Like I said, maybe he needs to pull it a little bit more. That one didn't need any help. Did that go over the video board?
I think it hit the board and bounced back to the bleachers. We'll get another look at it.
Oh, Ford home run replay, a no doubter. High, towering, majestic blast.
You know what? I have no idea where it landed. I know it went a long, long way. So that'll be it for Aaron Barrett.
Wow. Yeah, there. I think I saw ricochet back into this. Yeah, I'm not sure though. That was a bomb.
So it's a Weber's Sauces and Seasonings call to the pen. Why grill with anything else? Thornton against Rizzo in a 2-2 tie when we return.
Hold on a sec. Are we gonna make it?
Almost there.
Well, I landed too, so we can go over it again. Right here's fine.
Anything else I can do for you, ma'am?
So many things.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Mom, Dad, that's gross.
Safe trip.
Bye, honey.
Bye, Mom.
Experience true luxury in a variety of Audi models at your local dealer today.
John is just 2 weeks away from walking down the aisle with Emily. Didn't see that one coming. Now we're groomsmen. We're just 475 short miles away from shenanigans. It's not gonna get too crazy. Might get a little weird.
You have places to go. Let us worry about getting you there. BP Gasoline with Invigorate. Fuel the journey.
A strong business needs to be connected. Elk Grove Village is home to a community of over 3,600 companies. It's surrounded by highways. Its freight rail served. And its next-door neighbor is the world's busiest airport. So when it comes to being connected, we have options. Elk Grove Village. Makers wanted.
Weber's Sauces and Seasonings called to the pen. Crowd still buzzing after that Bryant home run. Matt Thornton against Anthony Rizzo.
Thornton, like Barrett before him, has not allowed a home run this year. He will be very cautious here with Rizzo.
Two and 0. We are efforting exactly where that ball went, because you do lose it once it gets into that LED board. We think it went off the board and bounced back into the bleachers. 2-1. Espinosa in shallow right. Look at Rizzo.
Just didn't quite get the head out in front of that one. A little slip in the box.
I mean, I guess he could have hit it over the scoreboard, but I thought I saw it bounce. It's a thing of legend. Nobody quite knows.
It's like Roy Hobbs.
Hearing rumors from the bleachers about where it landed.
Pick out a good one, Bobby.
Fly ball to right. Harper will make the play to get Castro.
It's crazy, though. What, 7 runs in the series, all solo home runs.
It is crazy. Yep. You know, I would say they haven't manufactured any runs, but I think when you have a swing that hits the ball almost 480 feet, you are manufacturing something, aren't you? Thornton's pitch outside on Montero. Okay.
It's just kind of near the bottom of the W there.
That's a UFO in Wrigleyville. An unidentified flying object that we think is Chris Bryant's home run ball.
Hit it right over his own head.
See the dot next to the W? Okay, the question is, does it hit the board? I think it did. Okay.
Yeah.
The very top of the board. Oh my. Wrigley's version of the Green Monster. Popped him up, and it's caught by the shortstop, Desmond. Chris Bryant getting this crowd energized with a blast off the top of the scoreboard and left. 2-2.
When Martin Cooper invented the mobile phone,
hello? Hey, this is Marty. Guess what we did?
Connectivity took a mighty leap forward. Now Mazda uses advanced technology to keep you seamlessly connected to the world.
Hey.
Hi, headed home?
On my way.
And the road. This is the Mazda 3. What do you drive? During the Mazda Memorial Day sales event, get $500 Memorial Day bonus cash on any new 2014 or 2015 Mazda 3.
The experts at Binny's Beverage Depot can read my mind. They can even read my signs. You can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
No artificial flavors, colors, sweeteners, preservatives, and no artificial smiles. Because clean dressings taste better.
On behalf of Southwest Airlines, welcome to Chicago. Let's go, let's go. All right, don't everybody get up at once. Come on, let's go. Follow me. Door. Seriously, we can't miss you if you don't leave. Once again, we have landed. Welcome. Thank you so much. Come back and see us.
Sometimes flights end before games do. Watch free live TV on your own device. Book your low fare now at southwest.com.
Ford is taking the EcoBoost Challenge all across America. Now it's your turn.
Here we go. To know that the F-150 has the EcoBoost, I'm saving fuel, but I'm not losing any of the power.
The 2014 F-150s are going fast. Don't miss your last chance to get a great deal.
Ford is towing it so easily. I love the Ford. I'd like to drive it all the way home.
Get a 2014 F-150 with 0 for 60 plus 1,500 trade assist. Or get 6,000 cash savings plus 1,250 bonus cash plus 1,500 trade assist.
Cubs fans, get ready for an exciting finish. Brought to you by New Finish Car Polish and the #1 rated scratch remover, Scratch Doctor.
Hey, JD, how do you get to Wrigley Field?
Practice, practice, practice.
Well, the Cubs suggest that and the use of public transportation. Or for bike riders, use the Cubs courtesy bike check, located near Clark and Addison. For drivers, the Cubs provide free parking and shuttle service on night and weekend games from 3900 North Rockwell. For details, Cubs.com. Hector Rondon with a slider and a swing and a miss from Escobar.
This will start for Hector. He's pitched to a 3.60 ERA this year, 9 saves and 12 tries. Had one get away in Phoenix on Friday.
And a ground ball in the left for a base hit.
Slider backed up on him, stayed in the zone. Escobar has been on base 3 times tonight. Hit by pitch, walk, and now a single to the left. Hector worked a 1-2-3 ninth here yesterday with a strikeout. Here we go.
So the fashionable thing to say is this game will be decided on a home run. But as you said earlier, who in the world knows how this one's going to end? It has been a strange series. Oh, that one clubbed to deep center. Fowler makes the catch. He got all turned around, but he remained calm. You cannot hit a harder line drive than Bryce Harper just hit. And it's an out. Wow.
Yeah, that's probably not where Montero wanted that first pitch fastball to Harper. They got away with it.
Been in on Ryan Zimmerman. He has grounded out 3 times. Thought he had a hit in his first at bat, but Addison Russell made a great play. Nancy Jansen and Matt Grace, not Mark. Two balls and a strike.
Not Mark and not Mike. Remember, there was a Mike Grace pitched for the Phillies a few years back. Go away, keep it down. That wasn't down. He got away with his location. Has not been good here. He's misfired quite frequently in this inning. Sliders backed up on him. Zimmerman has very good power to the big part of the yard. Alley to alley, straightaway center field. He hits a lot of balls. All of his home runs in that direction.
Escobar, the runner at first. He led off the inning with a single. Harper lined out to center. Escobar takes off. Zimmerman fouls. This is going to make the seats down the right field line. Nobody warming in the Cubs pen. We showed you two Nationals relievers in the road bullpen. Cubs continue to play tight ball games. Half of their 44 games coming in decided by just one run. And it's 2-2 here in the ninth. And the dirt Escobar thought about it, decided to stay at first. Probably the right choice. Montero pounced on it.
Yeah, this late in the tie ball game, you're looking for any advantage to take an extra base, but you have to be smart about it.
Runner goes on the 3-2. Call strike three, throw to second, and Escobar is safe. I'm not sure if he really thought he was going to be able to take third, but
yeah, I don't know if he thought the ball got loose or what. Ryan Zimmerman not happy at all with the call, so he's continuing to press his case with Mike DeMuro there, the home plate umpire. Again, Hector misses his spot. He got the call. Who knows what Escobar was thinking?
So it's Ramos. 0 for 3, but hit the game-winning home run yesterday. Wide open stance. And takes ball one.
And Justin Grimm tried to go down and away with a fastball, and it was down but over the middle. Ramos got his third.
1-1. He won the Tony Conigliaro Award last year. A player who overcomes an obstacle and adversity through spirit, determination, and courage. Very scary kidnapping situation following the 2011 season. Has dealt with a bunch of injuries and won that comeback award last year. 1-2. Fans making some noise here at Wrigley. Runner at second. Escobar. 1-2 the count on Ramos. And the pitch. 2-2. Tyler Moore on deck. Rondon does not have to give in here. The 3-2 bounced foul with a slider.
Yeah, that's you know, you have to have an idea in your head what you want to do trying to execute this put away pitch. If you're going to throw breaking ball, you probably want to throw a strike to ball breaking ball. Ball starts on the plate and breaks off the outside corner. If you feel like the hitter's looking fastball, you could just lock him up with a breaking ball for a called third strike. But I don't think that's what he's thinking here.
And now they've got Escobar picked off.
Not thinking.
He just ran into the third out at third base.
Wow. A gift.
Thank you, Yunel Escobar.
He'll be sending a thank you note over the Nationals clubhouse after this one.
Cubs with a chance to win it in the bottom of the ninth when we come back.
Chicago is a place where made in America still means something, and quality means everything. And when it comes to the highest quality cars on the road, Honda is America's best. With millions of Hondas built right here in America from suppliers right here in the Midwest. And right now, your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers are celebrating with 0.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers on all 2015 Honda Civics and Accords. Don't miss the America's Best Sales event at your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealer today.
The traditional 25th anniversary gift? Silver. The 40th anniversary? Rubies. Guess what we're giving as we celebrate our 45th? Huge savings on a summer's worth of fun. Dive into 45 at the Great Escape, where you pay no interest for 45 months on any jacuzzi, Sundance, and Bullfrog Spa. Plus, get a spa stereo, valued up to $1,200 for only $45. Thanks for 45 great summers.
Escape your everyday. Shop the Great Escape.
Again, when you come down to really these close moments between winning and losing, everybody wants to win every night. Everybody, I want to win, absolutely. But how do you do that? Through the relentless execution of fundamentals and technique. And the better we get at that, the more often we're going to win and win one-run games.
This could end up being a one-run game tonight. It's 2-2. Here's Matt Grace, southpaw, against Jorge Soler.
Grace, sinker slider, changeup pitcher, ground ball pitcher, not overpowering. Yeah, no matter what the final score is tonight, it's essentially a one-run game, right?
Jorge Soler in the left, and it's just not going to carry.
Just a little bit off the end of the bat, maybe with some top spin as opposed to back spin. Scary moment for Grace, the ground ball specialist.
And he hits a lot of top spinners, Jorge Soler.
It's a little turnover change piece. Yeah, just out in front, off the end of the bat a little bit. But, you know, there are some games that end up one-run games, but they didn't really feel like a one-run game. You know, 7-2 going into late innings, and team puts a push on. This one's been tight from the get-go.
Two and 0. Race from Palos Verdes Estates, California, Southern California, south of Los Angeles, and went on to the University of California at Los Angeles, or better known as UCLA. 6'3", 205, true rookie. Made his major league debut on April the 22nd of this season. Bounce towards center. It's through. Winning run is on with one out. The BABIP gods finally gave Chris Coughlin a break.
Yeah, he's probably amazed that two guys had a shot at that. Nobody was able to flag it down.
Jonathan Herrera in the pitcher spot now. Deep breath by the left-hander, and he's going to throw over to first. Cubs trying to set up a rubber match and a marquee pitching matchup tomorrow night. Scherzer and Lester. The Nationals trying to clinch what would be their 9th consecutive series win. And the 0-1 low and away.
Yeah,
switch batting Herrera.
After a slow start, the Nationals have been really good. 20 out of their last 25 they've won. Herrera 1 out of 6 so far this year in the pinch.
The Reds just beat the Rockies. To end their 9-game skid.
Coughlin 4 out of 5 in the stolen base department. Tough to run on the lefty here.
Cardinals continue to lead the Diamondbacks 6-4 in the 5th. An exciting 2-2 tie here in the 9th. Herrera hustling down the line. They're only going to get one. And that ball ends up in the dugout. I'm not sure why Ian Desmond ever threw that ball. He had no prayer of getting Herrera, and that'll be an error on him. And the winning run's his second.
His 13th error. And we just had that clip from Joe Madden talking about winning close games in the, what was it, the relentless pursuit of execution, or whatever his phraseology was. A couple of bobbles here by the Nationals. Escobar with that ill-fated dash from second to third in the top of the inning. Now Desmond, for whatever reason, tries to make a heroic play. That was a real bad idea, and now the Cubs with a chance to win it.
It's Addison Russell. So that 13th error for Desmond, second most among all major league players. Marcus Semien of the A's with 17. 1-0 pitch, driven out into right center, Span going after it. He can't get it. Cubs win. Cubs win. Cubs win. Addison Russell drives in Herrera. 3-2 the final.
Oh, what a moment for the kid. Harper did his thing going deep. Bryant did his thing going deep. And Addison Russell delivers the game winner. His third hit of the night. Youth will be served.
What a ball game. And the Cubs now have played 23 one-run games, 13 up, 10 down.
If Desmond doesn't throw that ball, Herrera's on first. Nationals are in no doubles. Span might catch that ball.
Yeah, you're right, and it's going to be an unearned run because I think they're giving Russell a single on this as the run scored before he got to second. What a ball game, partner.
That's good stuff. Finally a run without a home run.
That had a late September feel to it, didn't it, with the atmosphere here?
First place Nationals, big crowd, a lot of energy in the ballpark. Tight game. Good stuff.
So it will set up the rubber match tomorrow. And the guy who hit the game-tying home run is standing by with Kelly Kroll.
Yes, the game-tying home run, but he had some words for Addison Russell, who just won the game for the Cubs. How special was that just to get to talk to him walking off the field after what he just did?
It was really cool for him. I just told Riz, I told him Addison's going to end it right here. He was due for a big day, and he had it today.
Describe what's going on here. I know last night you joked Bryce Harper, well, hey, he's got 16. He made it 17 tonight. But to be able to go back and forth on such a big stage.
Yeah, I mean, that was fun, especially playing with him growing up, against him growing up, and now against him on the biggest stage in baseball. I mean, it's pretty cool right now to see him and see our team come out with a victory today.
John Lester and Max Scherzer tomorrow. You looking forward to that one?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that should be a good one. Two big free agent signings this offseason, and I mean, I think Johnny's going to come out there and deal like he always has, like he's been doing the past, 5 starts.
Chris, do you have any idea where that home run went? Do you see it? Because we went back and looked at it a couple of times. We think it went off the top of the video board.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I don't watch the homers, but it goes down as a home run in the scorebook.
Absolutely, and a win tonight for the Cubs. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
There you guys go.
Thank you, Kelly. So here's the thing. We've got the marquee matchup tomorrow night. It's Max Scherzer and John Lester. I'm not sure if they can upstage what we've already seen here these first 2 days with some dramatic ball games.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know if they can, but I sure am looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch these guys go at it. Max Scherzer has been everything the Nationals had hoped for, that 1.67 ERA. Throw out the ERA for Lester last month plus. He's been outstanding. He's been everything the Cubs had hoped. It's going to be a lot of fun here tomorrow night.
And we will have it right here on Comcast SportsNet. 7 o'clock for Game 3. Final score again tonight. A thriller. Cubs 3, Nationals 2. Again, 7 o'clock Central Time for the Nationals and the Cubs. Now for JD, for Kelly Kroll, and our entire crew here at Wrigley Field. Len Casper inviting you to stay tuned. Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs post-game live is next.
Well, they don't get much more enjoyable than that when Chris Bryant hits a home run off the video board and Addison Russell wins it in the ninth. Cap and Holly with you on our post-game show brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. That was a lot of fun. Newsroom was loving it.
Yep.
And the Cubs' big star young players come through.
Well, that's what it certainly is all about. You know, even Kyle Hendricks in this ball game was outstanding, going toe-to-toe with Jordan Zimmerman. You look at how this game plays out. Interesting. We get all the way. This one's decided by a ball in the gap. 7 solo homers got us there. And again, that's how this game and this series has played so far. It's been a lot about the long ball, but the big hit was Addison Russell, and a big day for him. 3 hits for him as well. So great to see the young guys coming through, and it's a statement series.
All right, we'll take a time out. We'll come back. We'll start our post-game show and take you through this one. A lot of fun things to look back at, including a bomb from Chris Bryant, a game-winning walk-off from Addison Russell. We'll be right back on Cubs Post-Game Live.
When the moment's spontaneous, why pause to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and the free 30-tablet trial.
It's Memorial Day, and the savings are huge. Come lease the 2015 Sonata for just $141 a month. Take home the best midsize car for the money, according to U.S. News and World Report. Or get behind the wheel of the up to an EPA estimated 38 mpg Highway Elantra for just $120 a month. Come discover the confidence of America's best warranty at the Memorial Day sales event and save big on every Hyundai. Lease the Sonata for $141 a month, or get the Sonata Hybrid with $4,000 bonus cash plus $1,000 competitive owner program bonus. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Country Financial wants to know, what if you could own your future?
I mean, I would spend it with family and friends. Travel more.
Retire. And make decisions that aren't fear-based about money.
At Country Financial, we take the time to get to know you so we can develop a plan with insurance and financial solutions to help you take charge of where you want to be.
Have that fear removed from my mind.
To help you own your future.
To be in control of your future.
Visit ownyourfuture.com to find a local Country Financial representative today.
It looks like a whole new lawn. What'd you do?
Well, thanks. Went to Lowe's. They gave me a few tips, pointed me toward the right fertilizer, and voila.
Made a huge difference.
And it made me feel like I can do anything. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna finally learn how to fold a fitted sheet.
There are no corners! This is impossible!
Cubs Baseball on Comcast SportsNet is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers, as reliable as the cars themselves. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Audi, truth in engineering. Menards, save big money at Menards. And by Toyota. See where Toyota takes you. Test drive one at your Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. This is Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs Postgame Live.
1-0 pitch, driven out into right center span, going after it, he can't get it, Cubs win, Cubs win, Cubs win, Addison Russell drives in Herrera, 3-2 the final.
How about that? Cubs get her done. They beat the Nats. Final 3-2 on the Addison Russell walk-off hit. Hector Rondon picks up the win. 3-9-0 over 2-6-1. Hello, welcome into Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. He's Todd Hollinsworth. I'm David Kaplan. That one was a lot of fun, and you feel like there's this momentum building around the team. They get the hashtag We Are Good. They just like they've all bought in.
Oh, absolutely. And it's great to see the young players contributing on this level. I mean, that's really what it comes down to for me. I mean, you're going up against one of the best teams in all of baseball in the Washington Nationals. Everybody knew this coming into the season. The Nats and their starting pitching, the matchup tomorrow, Lester and Scherzer, and where this is going to go. Harper doing his thing, having a home run tonight. Bryant doing his thing. There is some momentum building between both of these organizations. It's an awful lot of fun to watch. But right now, I think most people look at the Nats and say they're a little bit more out in front than the Cubs. But when you got them at home, you got an opportunity to make a statement for all the world to see. And the Cubs are, well, hopefully going to do that. Not only did they get it done today, but if you have a chance to win a series tomorrow, to take 2 or 3 against the hottest team in baseball, the Nationals, is a big statement.
All right, let's check out our Sports Authority play of the game. Addison Russell, game-winning hit. Obviously, it's got to be your play of the game. It's a walk-off. There's 2 outs. There's a man at second. And that ball is smoked into the gap. And Denard Span, who has good wheels, cannot get there.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I mean, you got to break down this whole inning right here when you think about it. Herrera ends up at second base. That Desmond error, how significant it was, and where Span, who's a tremendous outfielder, had to play because he had to respect the runner in scoring position, the runner on second base. He doesn't make the error throw. We don't have a runner in scoring position. It changed the whole complexion of this right here. I mean, we watched him run down ball after ball tonight, and that error was huge by Desmond to put a runner in scoring position for us. And we're the first team to come through with a runner in scoring position over the last 2 ball games. Credit Addison Russell, boy, great game for him. Used the entire field all game long, stayed on that changeup, and drove it into the other field gap.
All right, let's go through the 9th inning because Cubs found a way to play to run in a series that had, to date now, 7 solo home runs. Jorge Soler hit that ball, and everyone in the newsroom thought it was a walk-off home run. Comes up short, just at the edge of the track. And then Chris Coughlin ropes one into center field and gets himself on base. And you figure, well, maybe they got something going. And then here's the Herrera ground ball that will wipe out Coughlin at second. But Desmond cannot come through, and that puts a man at second base.
Well, that's the play right there. I mean, we talked about it, and that errant throw, and Desmond's had some issues earlier in the season defensively, and it showed up again tonight. He had kind of calmed things down and certainly is steady, a big presence on the Nationals team. But that error right there changes the complexion of how the Nats can play it. Span, now with a runner in scoring position, has to respect the ground ball base hit through the middle. He cannot play no doubles any longer, which is what he was playing prior to that. And that's why that ball gets down right there. It's that play. It's going into second base. Give Cogs a lot of credit for that. Slid in there pretty hard. Got Desmond out of the way, and he comes up with the errant throw. But it really did set the stage for putting a runner in scoring position and setting us up for a gapper that wins it.
Yeah, I would say that Coughlin play at second base, a huge factor in that error.
Really? It was big. I'll give you that.
He was my key performer.
Right.
All right, Bryce Harper also had a big day today. Hit another home run, his 17th home run of the season. This guy, when he was drafted #1, everybody thought Bryce Harper is going to be the guy. Yep. And he started his career a little slow, but he was young, 18, 19. He's now showing why.
Well, you just need to remind everybody when you say something like this, he's younger than Chris Bryant, everybody. Yeah, that's right. That gentleman right there is younger than Chris Bryant. We're looking at Chris Bryant and his budding career and everything that he's doing here in Chicago, and we're in awe of his ability. Bryce Harper is still the younger of the two. It's pretty amazing. Didn't even think he got this one. This guy's got ridiculous pop. I mean, it's a 3-1 pitch. 2-seam fastball, tailing up and away, stayed on it and drove it. But, I mean, it's kind of how this series is played. I mean, the wind's blowing out. It's warm at Wrigley Field right now. There's been some missed hits where guys thought the ball was traveling a little bit better than it did. So he gets a home run right there. That wasn't even in the basket. It was actually 4 rows deep. So he's got ridiculous pop.
All right, speaking of Chris Bryant, another Las Vegas prodigy, he cracked a game-tying home run. Watch where this ball goes. I mean, that ball is just murdered. Everybody knew it immediately that it was gone. And that ball hits the Jumbotron. First ball ever in-game action hit the Jumbotron. Somebody tweeted a picture of the ball that they ended up getting after it hit the Jumbotron. Said they got the first ball to ever come off the Jumbotron at Wrigley. That ball was murdered.
Oh, it was. It was a great swing, beautiful skyline. I mean, everything about this. I mean, what a prodigious home run. I'm just sitting here looking at it. I mean, the sun's setting. You got the big scoreboard. Great swing.
All right, to Wrigley we go. Here is Cool Joe Madden, brought to you by Xfinity.
Baseball. We caught the ball. I mean, first of all, Kyle was outstanding. We caught the ball. We made so many good plays tonight where they had beat us, I think, defensively last night. We possibly beat them defensively tonight. And then beyond all that, I will take the slide. Chris Coughlin sliding to second base right there is vital, and that's what I'm talking about. When we understand all that stuff, that it's not just about getting a hit. If we could play the entire game properly for 9 innings, which I think we did tonight, that's how you win. You have to play the game that way to win or beat good teams, and that's what I saw. I was really, really pleased with our effort. And then finally, of course, Addison being able to play it on both sides of the ball as well as he did. I know he's going to leave here very happy tonight.
You talk about process a lot. The home run by Brian was impressive in itself, but the process of getting here from 0-2 to 3-2.
Yes, 0-2 to 3-2, laying off some really nasty stuff down and away. I think there was one really Bernie Carbo foul ball involved in that whole moment. And then eventually, did it hit the scoreboard? We thought it was over the board. I missed it to the left? Okay. We thought I thought it was over the board. I mean, it was really pummeled, and that was kind of got everybody staring a little bit.
And no real effects with Hendricks coming off the complete game.
No, listen, I mean, gosh. He gives up the home run to Harper, which is unfortunate, and otherwise he's going back out there. There's no question. If Coughlin gets on to start that inning, he was going to bunt him over and still be in the game. But I thought at that moment, with their bullpen, you got to try to do whatever you can to win the game in that particular slot. We had Stropey real fresh, Rondon relatively fresh, so I liked that too. So that part of it made it somewhat easier, but it's tough to take a guy out of a game like this. That's the National League moment. American League, of course, he possibly pitches 9 innings tonight.
Talked about it in the pregame, building the tenacity of this team. He's won run games, just keeps building confidence for you guys.
Yeah, you got to believe you can do it. You got to believe. If something bad happens during the course of the game, you got to know that you could overcome it. You have to know that. And that you only overcome it by process, staying with it and working it and working it and working it, and not just basically not giving up. I mean, it's not really complicated. It's kind of simple, and that's the point I've been trying to get across. It's not a complicated issue, and the more basic we can become in our approach, the more successful we'll become.
You're still kind of new to Wrigley, so when you saw Harper's ball going toward left, do you think that?
I had no idea. I mean, I knew he hit it well, but it was straight up. Definitely, obviously, a wind ate it, but that's, we had the same opportunities to do the same thing. I'm just watching the left fielder is what I was doing, and it started looking bad. He was starting to drift, and it was going over, and it's just one of those moments, man. But 3-2, wind blowing straight out, pretty good pitching on both sides.
We don't know you. How many gears do you have in your managing? I mean, if you're a big truck of some sort, how many gears do you have?
I have a 6-speed Tremec out there in my Chevelle, and it's the smoothest shifting transmission I've ever experienced in my life. I want to be a 6-speed Tremec if I can.
Do you ever get lost in amazement when you look around that infield? Everybody's under 26 with just the amount of sheer talent that they have and that they bring.
Well, when you look at it, I mean, there's moments I'm sure everybody gets frustrated watching us because you think that they should be doing better. But there's the answer right there. We're going to continue to get better as we gain more experience. If you could put your scouts hat on and look at these guys, I'm even saying a year and a half, 2 years at the most from now, what they're going to look like. This dramatic difference. It's like the difference between being a sophomore and a senior in high school, or a freshman and a junior senior. It's the same thing. They're going to get the work under their belts. They're going to start really understanding the game here. Confidence is going to grow, and you're going to see all of this ability really blossom. I just love what they're doing. Our guys are doing right now. What do I mean? They're competing. If there's one thing you want your group to do every night is to compete, and I really believe we're competing. Even if we have a punch out, fail to score the runner, I still believe we're competing, and I love that. As we're competing, we're going to learn to differentiate or discern what pitches to swing at or not. We're not going to make routine errors by trying to turn a double play when only one out is possible. All those things come with experience, but I love our effort.
You see Russell.
All right, there you go. That's some of Joe Madden tonight as the Cubs best the Nationals. That was a heck of a ball game to watch tonight. Now let's take a look at Chris Bryant's game-tying home run, pitch by pitch through the at-bat with Dr. Hollinsworth.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The great thing about this at bat, I mean, Barrett's one of their better arms. He's their 8th inning guy. Comes in, shows him the fastball early and the slider. So he's gotten a good look at it. And you notice his swing right there. It's a little, kind of feeling out the at bat. Okay, lays off a nasty slider. Doesn't have to worry about it. He's now down 1-2, and there's the fastball again. He's going to start to fall into a little bit of a pattern here, and now he's seen him. Okay, now we're going to foul the ball off. I see it. I got a good idea of what you're throwing, what you're featuring. You kind of jump at me a little bit. You got some velocity. I had the sense, and I think Chris Bryant probably would tell you he had the sense too, that he wasn't going to challenge him with that fastball middle in. It was going to be middle away, and the same thing with the slider. And as you watch a hitter, even big league hitters, the best ones, when they get the 3-2 pitch, they'll tell you they're trying to let the fastball get deeper so they can still defend the slider. That's exactly what he did right there. I mean, he was actually sitting dead red. You got to respect 96 miles an hour. It's letting the ball travel a little bit deeper, but that cement mixer was a mistake pitch that he missed. The pitcher, Barrett, did, and Chris Bryant jumped all over. He saw it, got full extension, and obviously hit it off the scoreboard. I'd love to get the distance on that one. It was quite a sight.
Yeah, it was smoked. Time for our Cholula hot sauce pitching recap. Kyle Hendricks against Jordan Zimmerman. Good pitching matchup. Take a look at the numbers because both guys brought their A game. Both went 7 innings, 4 hits allowed for Hendricks, 6 for Jordan Zimmerman. Each gave up just 1 earned run, 5 Ks, 3 walks, 4 Ks, 2 walks. Both guys were excellent. Let's take a look at Kyle Hendricks.
Yeah, I thought Kyle did a fantastic job tonight. Kept the ball down in the zone. Didn't have to make too many adjustments. I thought the Washington Nationals might attack him a little differently, just based on that San Diego ball game. You saw the changeup right there. He mixed his pitches very, very well tonight. You saw a lot of that two-seamer to both corners. He was still very much locked in on it. Got 2 huge double plays in this ball game as well in the 4th and 5th inning that put those rallies to rest quickly. And again, you see the tilt on the pitches and fooling a lot of these guys. The only mistake, like I said, was to Harper. It was up. Lived down at the bottom of the strike zone, stayed ahead. Only 85 pitches through 7 innings. You heard Joe Madden talk about it. If this was the American League, he'd have gone 9 tonight. Just an outstanding performance. Again, picking up where he left off in San Diego and bringing it.
Yeah, he was outstanding tonight. And you're right. That would have been 2 consecutive complete games. Can't remember the last time a Cubs pitcher would have thrown back-to-back complete games.
No, he's locked in right now. The fun thing to see from Kyle is that he's executing pitches. And, when we talk about it as from the hitting side of things, as I would, for somebody to be able to throw a 2-seam fastball to both low corners, which is very difficult to deal with, not even getting into velocity because, again, you're just trying to find that pitch. He's got such late movement and trying to square it up. And you saw the foul balls that guys were hitting from both sides of the plate, spraying them off into the seats. And then the ability to throw that changeup in the exact same location messes with a hitter. That's it. We talk about timing all the time and their eyes being deceived, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. He hasn't had to rely on his breaking pitch all that much. It's basically been the 2-seam fastball, mixing it in there with the changeup and getting great results. And you just look at all the ground balls and the big spots in which he gets those ground balls. He's simplifying things, and right now he's locked in.
All right, time for a break here on Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. We'll be right back.
Cubs Postgame Live is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all.
There are measures we can offer. Other agents in the field.
I work alone.
Okay, what's it gonna take?
I want a guarantee.
He wants the card.
I'm in.
He's good.
Drop my phone.
Chicago is a place where Made in America still means something, and quality means everything. And when it comes to the highest quality cars on the road, Honda is America's best. With millions of Hondas built right here in America from suppliers right here in the Midwest. And right now, your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers are celebrating with 0.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers on all 2015 Honda Civics and Accords. Don't miss the America's Best Sales event at your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealer today.
This is history in the making. Cortez, 23 years old, first woman in the majors.
Never miss a moment. Get live TV on the go included with AT&T UVerse TV.
Now playing on DirecTV Cinema before it's available on Netflix or Redbox.
Hey, babe. The doctor says it's a boy.
Got a man down.
Chris! Baby? Oh, my God.
Movies start at Channel 125.
The whole town is talking about savings. At Webb Chevrolet, buy for less. Buy before the end of May and get 15% cash back of MSRP. Save on Equinox, 15% cash back. Cruise, 15% cash back. Malibu, 15% cash back. Traverse, 15% cash back. Sonic, 15% cash back. This awesome offer is very limited and ends soon.
See your Webb family dealer today.
Hey, Cup fans, want to check out how Javier Baez, Arismendi Alcantara, and Christian Villanueva doing in action? Well, you can catch them right here at Comcast SportsNet this Sunday. Holly will be watching. We'll be carrying the Iowa Cubs game against the El Paso Chihuahuas. Did you ever play for them?
Did not.
That's the Padres AAA club. One you didn't. First pitch is at 6 o'clock right here on Comcast SportsNet.
You're going to the game, aren't you?
I am. Time for our Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, and plumbing. Who's hot and who's not hot? In the last 7 days, who's hot? How about Colton Wong? Smoking hot at 414, 3 doubles, 4 knocked in. Who's not? The Red Zach Cozart, 1 for 19, 1 measly run, and 2 Ks. Florida UPS store taking care of business. Player of the game, Addison Russell. 3 hits and a really nice defensive play behind second base. That was just stellar. Watch this one. Get to your knees. Boom! Gun him out. That was a big time.
Oh, my. I mean, he beats him by 3 steps. I mean, his first step to the right side on balls is absolutely amazing to me. He is turning into such a great defender. The athletic plays that he makes at second base, well, it just goes to show you how good he is going to be when he kind of gets some of those kinks out. But he is really adapting to second base. Great game at the plate as well. Look at all the base hits, right? So we have a single to right, we got a double to left, and hey, we're going to go game winner in the right center field gap. And by the way, it was a variety of pitches in which he did that. Fastball, changeup right there, and a slider is the one he pulled. So great game for Addison Russell all the way around. Tremendous defense, great offensive game, and his first career walk-off win, right?
First career walk-off win. Welcome back to Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Let's take a look at the Cubs lineup for manager Joe Madden. How about Dexter Fowler? Leadoff home run. It's the 11th time in his career he's done that. Second leadoff home run as a Cub this season. Chris Bryant, that big game-tying bomb, he was 1 for 4. A lot of single-digit hits there, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then you go all the way down to the bottom. Addison Russell, 3 for 4.
Yeah, Addison Russell had the big multi-hit game, but Dexter Fowler got us moving in the right direction again with the big lead-off home run right there. Great swing on a fastball, worked that at bat as well, 2-2 pitch. And again, thought that there was kind of a tone getting ready to go. I thought the boys were going to jump all over Jordan Zimmerman again. We, during the pregame show, talked about some history at Wrigley Field, 0-3 in 3 starts and a 6 ERA, bloated ERA, lots of extra base hits, and there in the first inning we had a homer and a double. Rizzo got him as well. We just weren't able to make anything go, but neither were the Nats. So, I mean, this has been a very interesting series, Cap. I've told you, I said, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. We played, 17 innings of baseball. We had 7 solo homers. No other runs were scored any other way. I mean, it was just trading back and forth homers. You know, Span hits the one, and I mean, it's just Harper hits one. We've got our solo homers. Bryant goes way deep, and here we go. We finally get it down to the end of the game, and we come up with the big base hit.
Yep, Addison Russell delivers. All right, we'll take time out. Be right back. Cubs Postgame Live presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
Cubs baseball on Comcast SportsNet is brought to you in part by Cholula Hot Sauce, the flavorful hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap.
With an 11% rebate on everything, Menards gives you the freedom to save on anything you choose, including sale prices. All Midwest landscape blocks are on sale, plus receive an additional 11% rebate. Enhance your yard with a 2 cubic foot bag of cedar chips or cedar mulch, $2.49. Plus, with an additional 11% rebate, they're only $2.22 each. That's savings on top of savings. Hurry in now because Menards has an 11% rebate on everything.
Save big money at Menards.
As I look out today, I'm moved by your hope for a bright future. A future where student debt crushes your dreams and where you move back home, share a bathroom with your younger sister. In short, good luck. You'll need it.
At Fifth Third Bank, we were curious. Could we help grads find the jobs they want? That's why we're giving away $1 million in job search training. Enter at 53.com/brandofview. Fifth Third Bank, the curious bank.
Know you're budgeted for the expected and the unexpected. Know that at least the process of buying a new home can be clear and simple. Know your investments can make retirement closer than you think. Know the one word behind all the guidance we provide, tools we create, and services we offer. Because when you have insight, you know.
So you take a chance on that slick DirecTV offer. $19 you think, but after just 3 months, you're paying over $100 a month, and it keeps going up. Suddenly, you're locked into a 2-year contract that could cost you nearly $3,000. Thinking about DirecTV? Better hang on to your wallet.
There's nothing direct about DirecTV. Call Xfinity from Comcast for a great offer and lock in your rate for 2 years.
Someday you won't need all of this space, and you'll miss their raisins all over the place, sandy beach toys and splattered sunscreen. So enjoy the journey and the melted ice cream.
The Infiniti QX60 and the QX60 Hybrid with best-in-class combined fuel economy. Lease the all-wheel drive Infiniti QX60 for $399 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
All right, let's take a look at the Blue Cross Blue Shield keys to the Cubs' victory. Holly?
All right, we did a pretty good job tonight. Secondary pitches, we were talking about Kyle Hendricks, and tonight, yeah, you know what, that changeup factored in a little bit more, although I do still tip my hat. That fastball command was all about it. Two-seamer was outstanding to both sides of the plate, and again, 7 solid innings. History lesson, and we got off to a good start going up against Jordan Zimmerman. As I just said, we had the homer and the double there in the first inning, and I thought we had a great chance to get something going. But again, I will tip my hat to Jordan Zimmerman. He went 7 strong as well, and again, keeps those quality starts going for the Nats. He was outstanding, and tighten up the D. That's on us. Listen, we've had, 1-3 record over the last 4 ball games, 6 errors in all 4 games, but not tonight. It was a highlight reel. Addison Russell to the backhand on a play up the middle. By the way, that was on the shortstop side, for crying out loud. Chris Bryant charging the ball right here on the slow roller, comes up strong throw, gets him there. And the biggest play of all comes from Starlin Castro. If you think back to the point in game, we got a 1-0 lead. He cuts that ball off right there with 2 outs, keeps that run from scoring. Does a fantastic job. You hear that chatter on the infield all the time. Guys, knock it down. That's what they're talking about. With 2 outs right there, keep the ball in the infield. You'll keep that guy at third base. You get the following out, which was a ground ball to the right side. Inning over, no runs scored.
All right. The interesting thing, we'll hear from Kyle Hendricks in 1 second. Castro doesn't get a lot of credit for his defense because he will boot some routine balls. Sure. But he never quit on that play. Right. That was the whole key.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you understand the situation right there, and you got to make sure that you keep it on the infield. We've never doubted his athleticism. Like you said, a lot of times, you even talk about the younger players, Addison Russell and Chris Bryant. Sometimes they make these incredible plays and extraordinary plays, very athletic. Younger players, a lot of times, and I'm not necessarily talking about Starlin here, but the athletic plays a lot of times are easier to make because they're instinctual. They're just reactionary plays where sometimes you go through the process, you make mistakes because you're thinking out the play as it's happening in front of you, and we talk about making the routine plays. I would still apply that to the majority of this infield outside of Anthony Rizzo, that sometimes we get caught up in making the routine plays a little bit more difficult than they need to be.
All right, we'll grab a quick timeout. We'll come back a little bit more on our post-game show. You're watching Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs. Post-game live Cubs beat the Nats.
This program on Comcast SportsNet is brought to you by Prism. Now your team can collaborate at a whole new level with video walls from Prism. Learn how at prism.com.
Kate!
She can't go alone.
Give me your hand!
That was close.
For this Memorial Day, Honda's celebrating the way Americans celebrate best, with pyrotechnics.
Because when you can get a Honda for an incredible holiday deal, we think it's worthy of its own monument. Meet, melt, save more.
Get into America's best overall brand at the Honda Memorial Day sales event.
Out here, there are no cheat codes, no avatars, no magic stars. This does not require an operating system or a username or password. And there will not be better versions of these games coming out next year. There's nothing like the good of sport. This spring, shop the brands you love, plus thousands of items on sale now. Sports Authority, all things sporting.
Now playing on DirecTV Cinema.
What's a bee?
A bee is a good little girl who does what she's told.
But isn't that kind of silly? I've left the hive, and I'm never, ever coming back. All the hornet tribes are going up against the bees. We have to do something. Yes!
Movies start at Channel 125.
Hi, I'm Dean Collins, operating partner at Gerald Nissan. At Gerald Nissan, we understand that this is your car buying experience, and we want to find the vehicle and price that's right for you. We have more awards for customer satisfaction than anyone else in Chicagoland, and we're one of only 38 dealers in the country awarded the Circle of Excellence for customer satisfaction. We also have the largest inventory in Chicagoland, and we sold 2,700 new Nissans last year, all backed by Gerald's exclusive lifetime warranty. Gerald Nissan's always a better deal, I guarantee it.
All right, let's check out the pitching matchup for tomorrow's game right here on Comcast SportsNet. It will be a dandy pitching matchup. Max Scherzer taking on John Lester. Scherzer, 5-3 with a 1.67 ERA. After a slow start, Lester 4-0 with a 1.85 in the month of May.
This is made for TV, man. I don't even know what to set up here. We got John Lester, who's locked in. Scherzer's been locked in all season long. Two of the best pitchers in the sport going at it tomorrow. Our guy, man, I'm betting on our guy. This is a big series for the Cubbies. They're looking to get the series win.
It's going to be a lot of fun to see those two go at it. Again, we'll get to watch Bryant and Bryce Harper. Going to be a really great night. We'll be out there to do the postgame show.
Best game in baseball.
Tomorrow night. That puts a ribbon on this edition of Cubs Postgame Live. Pat Boyle, Mark Sinowski are standing by. They've got SportsNet Central. We'll see you tomorrow.
To SportsNet Central, presented by GMC.
Moving in is Nolan. He scores! It is now 2-0 Anaheim on the deflection in front by Kessler. Now a shot scored! 3-0 Anaheim.
We didn't start on time for the first time in this series.
I don't know what it was, but it seemed like we were sleeping there at the start.
Caravana with a shot. He scores! Now Seabrook with a shot. He scores! Blackhawks cut the Ducks lead to 1 late in period 2. Now across the Boston and score! Patrick Maroon, 4-2 Ducks. And now Hossa. Tage with a shot. He scores! With a minute 50 remaining, it is a 1-goal game. To 40 seconds. Around it comes the Blue Smith, then by Shaw. Tage shoves it from the score! Jonathan Tage ties it with 37 seconds remaining. Unbelievable.
Don't be upset and hang your heads. Get angry.
Here come the Ducks. Kessler shoots to top. He will score. Valesky. It took just 45 seconds.
I tried to dive for it, but maybe a little bit too much net there.
The Ducks are 1 win away from a berth in the Stanley Cup final.
That's when we play our best, is when our backs are against the wall.
And they're up against that wall. Here's the way both Chicago papers reacted to last night's OT loss that put the Blackhawks in a must-win situation. I had a different headline, but that was not suitable for print.
All right, so who's thinking overtime for Game 6 tomorrow night?
Not me, but
I know that
if
guy
they win, I'll take it. Yeah.
Welcome into SportsNet Central, presented by GMC with Pat Boyle. I'm Mark Shanowski. Round 2 between Las Vegas natives Chris Bryant and Bryce Harper at Wrigley Field. Plus, the White Sox continue their series north of the border. You won't believe the finish in that game. All the baseball highlights in just a bit.
A lot of walk-offs, but we kick things off with Joel's crew, who for the first time since last year's Game 7 against the Kings are in a true must-win situation or their season is over. Matt Bolesky abruptly ended Game 5 in overtime, just 45 ticks in last night. And for the Blackhawks, it spoiled what was an improbable comeback in regulation, but that fight is something they look to carry into Game 6 tomorrow.
Tons of character, tremendous leadership, never die, never quit, find ways. It's all about moving forward, dealing with the situation that faces you, and that puts us into tomorrow night's game.
It's better to lose like we did instead of getting a blowout loss with 5 or 6-0. It shows a lot of character in our team that we never stop fighting, and being down 3-0 and 2 goals in the end there, and still coming back, and the feeling we have in our team that we, they can never count us out.
Well, overcoming adversity has been the Hawks' calling card all postseason long. Blackhawks 4-0 after losses during this postseason, scoring 4 goals per game in those contests, and they've come up clutch when times were tight, winning 3 of those games by a single goal. We welcome in NBC hockey analyst Keith Jones. Jonesy, with 24 hours to reflect on the Ducks' game-winning goal in overtime on Monday, what did you think of Brian Bickell's culpability on that play?
I guess he can take a little bit of heat for it, but in my opinion, had he tried to make a move in a one-on-one situation and turn the puck over that way, I think it would have been a lot more heat. He had the right idea. He wanted to get the puck in deep. He shot it as hard as he possibly could. He just happened to ring it off the Ducks defenseman's shin pad. I'm sure he feels responsible for it, but in my opinion, he was making the right play. He just failed to execute, and it's tough to get on a player for that. Had it been the one-on-one that he tried to beat the guy and make something out of nothing, I think I would have had a bigger issue with it.
Kimmo Timonen played just over 8 minutes and was a -2. Joel Quenneville, he doesn't have many options, but should he consider sitting Kimmo and putting David Rundblad in for Game 6?
It's a possibility, but I would continue to put Kimmo Timonen on the ice just for his veteran leadership. I don't think he has to play him a whole lot. If I'm Joel Quenneville, I'm using my top 4 defensemen throughout the entire game. Overall, there's a benefit to the Hawks here with the fact that if they win Game 6, there's a 2-day break between before the next game, Game 7 in Anaheim. So why not throw it all out there with the big 4? They're as good as anybody in the National Hockey League, and anytime you can get Keith Seabrook, Oduya, and Hjalmarsson on the ice an awful lot, you're going to have a better chance of winning the game.
With the way the Blackhawks played in the first, has all the playoff hockey they played in recent years and the hits they've absorbed in this series, has it taken its toll on this team?
I don't think so. I watched Chicago find a way to come back again. And in Game 5, they scored the 2 late goals with the goaltender pulled. I thought they played very well after the first period. Without question, I was starting to think that fatigue was an issue. My expectations going into overtime was that Chicago was going to carry the momentum with those 2 tying goals by Jonathan Toews to victory. It didn't happen, but I feel pretty good about their chances back in Game 6.
Anaheim has been stellar, not only in this series, but in the previous 2. But we know the Blackhawks' pedigree. Do the Hawks force a Game 7?
They have to. This is a series that has gone up and down and all around, and there's no question that the Hawks are capable of winning at home. They've done it many times in the playoffs in clutch situations. I'm fully expecting a Game 7 in Anaheim.
Keith Jones, great stuff as always. We will talk to you soon. Like Jonesy's positivity, time now to get interactive with you at home. Our Twitter question, who's going to be the Game 6 hero and why? Use the hashtag Hawks Talk. We'll have some of your responses a little bit later on in the show.
Fly ball to right. Soler has it. Cubs win. Kyle Hendricks, a 5-hit shutout.
As you probably recall, Kyle Hendricks drew comparisons to former Cub Hall of Famer Greg Maddux during his rookie season. Hendricks went 7-2 with a 2.46 earned run average in 13 starts. Well, he got off to a slow start this season, but Hendricks' pinpoint control was back last Thursday in San Diego. The 25-year-old right-hander blanked the Padres on just 5 hits while striking out 7. Tonight, facing the Washington Nationals, what will he do for an encore? Bottom of the first inning, gets some help from his offense. Dexter Fowler, a leadoff shot deep to right field, and with the wind blowing out, that is gone. His second leadoff homer of the season, 11th of his career. Quickly, 1-0 Cubs. Top of the second, Addison Russell showing off his range at second base, diving to his right, scrambles to his feet, and throws out Ryan Zimmerman at first base. Nice defense there by Russell, similar to the play he made yesterday. Same inning, Wilson Ramos hits one to third. The bare hand pickup by Chris Bryant on to first for the out. We will have more from Bryant and Russell a little bit later. Bottom of the fifth inning we go, and National starter Jordan Zimmerman starting to settle in. Strikes out Fowler on a foul tip. Gets Bryant whiffing on a slider. And Anthony Rizzo can't pull the trigger on that pitch. Zimmerman strikes out the side. Top of the sixth inning, Hendricks would extend his scoreless inning streak to 15. He gets Yunel Escobar to ground out to second to end the inning. So it's still 1-0 Cubs. Top of the seventh inning. Bryce Harper at the dish. And did I mention the wind is blowing out? Harper throws his bat in disgust, thinks he hit a pop-up to left, and it keeps carrying and carrying. In about the third row, his league-leading 17th home run of the season ties the game at 1, but not for long. Top of the eighth, Denard Span hits a solo shot to right field off reliever Pedro Strop. His second home run of the series makes it 2-1 Washington. Bottom of the eighth now, and Chris Bryant gets his turn.
Go over the video board? I think it hit the board and bounced back to the bleachers. You know what? I have no idea where it landed. I know it went a long, long way.
That's Rylan and JD. A tape measure blast off the top of the new video board ties it at 2. Bottom of the ninth, runner on second, 2 outs. Addison Russell sends the crowd home happy. Splits the gap in right center field. Jonathan Herrera come on home with a winning run. Cubs take it in walk-off fashion. They play 23 one-run games already this season, winning 13 of them. 3-2 is your final score. Joe Madden, what do you think about that?
That was outstanding. That's 2 nights in a row. Really entertaining, well-played baseball. We caught the ball. I mean, first of all, Kyle was outstanding. We caught the ball. We made so many good plays tonight where they had beat us, I think, defensively last night. We possibly beat them defensively tonight. And then beyond all that, I will take the slide. Chris Coughlin's slide into second base right there is vital. And that's what I'm talking about. When we understand all that stuff, that it's not just about getting a hit. If we could play the entire game properly for 9 innings, which I think we did tonight, that's how you win.
As for the Southsiders, Johnny Danks of the White Sox, they've hit Jays knuckleballer R.A. Dickey hard the last 2 meetings, scored 12 runs off him, including 6 homers. Well, Danks got roughed up by Cleveland last Thursday. Not off to a great start here in Toronto. Josh Donaldson digging in. First pitch he sees, a tone setter in more ways than one. Start of a big night for Donaldson. Sox down early. To the fifth, it's 3-2 Jays when Jose Abreu steps up with 2 aboard.
And this is hit well, left field. That baby is gone. A 3-run shot for Jose Abreu.
Onions, baby, onions. Chuck Swirsky on the call. Abreu's 8, makes it 5-3. Good guys. Bottom half, Danks gives it right back. Jose Bautista with 2 on, serves one down the right field line. Couple more come in to touch the Pentagon. Toronto back on top by a run. Bottom 7 now. We're tied up at 6. Bautista at it again. Slicing one down the right field line. His 3rd double of the game. 5 RBIs for Bautista. It's 7-6. Top 8. Sox showing some fight. Adam Eaton with a man on second. He serves one into right. Carlos Sanchez coming around. And he's in there safely. We're tied at 7. Couple batters later, runners on the corner for Abreu. Grounds into an inning-ending double play. Or did he? Robin challenges The call, they rule him safe. Run scores, the inning continues. They tack on another and make it 9-7. We go to the ninth. David Robertson in to close it out after a single and a double. Donaldson going the other way. A 3-run homer, walk-off fashion. Sox fall 10-9. Josh bookends the game with homers in the first and ninth. Robertson's second blown save of the campaign. Time for tonight's Country Financial top performers. Jose Abreu, tonight with his 8th homer, 4 RBI, 2 runs scored. Jose Bautista, 3 for 4, 5 RBIs. But Josh Donaldson was the story. 4 for 4, game-winning 3-run homer, 4 RBIs, 5 runs scored. He's the first player this season with a multi-homer game, including a walk-off.
Still ahead on the show, LeBron James on the verge of yet another Eastern Conference championship. The Cavs looking to finish off a sweep of the struggling Hawks. Another elimination scenario in the NHL. The fans fired up in Tampa, but the Rangers were ready to return home for one more garden party. And the Bears get back on the practice field tomorrow without Ray McDonald on their roster. We'll preview some of the defensive issues facing the new coaching staff next on SportsNet Central.
SportsNet Central on Comcast SportsNet is presented to you by GMC. We are professional grade.
Looks like the Garcias got a new car.
What'd they get?
I don't know.
Sure doesn't look like a Buick.
Buick. I'm outside. Where are you? I'm right here. I'm in the Buick. I don't see a Buick.
Take a fresh look at Buick. It just might surprise you.
That's not a Buick. That's what I told him. Wow.
This is nice.
Oh, my.
Now get $2,250 purchase bonus cash on specially equipped 2015 Enclave models. Plus, non-GM owners get an additional $1,000 allowance.
Country Financial wants to know, what if you could own your future?
I mean, I would spend it with family and friends. Travel more. Retire.
Can make decisions that aren't fear-based about money.
At Country Financial, we take the time to get to know you so we can develop a plan with insurance and financial solutions to help you take charge of where you want to be.
Have that fear removed from my mind.
To help you own your future.
To be in control of your future.
Visit ownyourfuture.com to find a local Country Financial representative today.
Need new tires? Right now at Pep Boys, when you get 3 Falcon, Cooper, or Hankook tires, you get the 4th tire free instantly. Plus, get no interest and paid in full within 12 months on your Pep Boys credit card. Trust the boys to get you there.
Technology is only as good as the people who keep it running. The College of Information Systems and Technology at University of Phoenix empowers IT professionals for a fast-paced industry. Our programs are aligned with over 40 industry certifications, so students can take charge of their future. Imagine your IT career, powered by University of Phoenix. To learn more, visit us online. Let's get to work.
My dad thinks the best color for a car is red. My cousin says he prefers European cars. And my friend, well, he thinks everyone should drive what he drives. My car is my car, and it's my choice. Mitsubishi.
Now, get special discounts featuring 0% APR financing for 66 to 72 months. Stackable rebates and APR cash at Max Matson Mitsubishi, maxmatson.com.
Tomorrow, they've rolled out the welcome mat for the Nats, but now our Cubs are taking it back. RSVP for your place at the party, and let's show DC the door. Starting at 7 on CSN. Wednesday Baseball is brought to you by DraftKings.
We are back with an interesting Chicago Sun-Times report on the future of Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau. Joe Colley writes that according to a source, Thibodeau is expecting the Bulls to wait until the remaining NBA coaching vacancies are all filled, and then the Bulls will fire him, forcing Tibbs to sit out next season. Colley also quotes an unidentified Bulls player saying that last week's exit meetings with the front office turned into an airing of grievances on the job done by Thibodeau, adding it's very unlikely the coach will be back with the Bulls next season.
This is Brian Bickle, who's not had a good playoff. Watch this. He slams it into the legs of the Duck defender there. What are you doing? Get it in. Just get it in. He's not scoring from there. He's got no support. This is just bonehead, and then everybody's trying to change. All he has to do is chip it into the zone. Instead, it winds up on a 2-on-1. Kessel with a shot off the goalie pad. Rebound lays out there for Bolesky. Game over. No excuses. Take all the responsibility, Brian Bickle.
Okay, so we know where Mike Milbury stands on last night's game winner. There are two schools of thought on that play. Milbury's chip it deep, make the change, and live to fight another shift. The other thought, and most likely Bickle's, Freddie Anderson looks shaky. Let's see if he lets in another soft goal. While there was a degree of puck luck in that sequence for Anaheim, their netminder isn't concerned that he's allowed a few soft goals the last two games.
Well, we just kind of got angry. This is our turn now to win an OT, and yeah, obviously it's tough to lose a 2-goal lead like that, but yeah, we responded well and gave us a goal right away, and that was huge. We want to do everything we can to finish them off there, and we have a tough task ahead of us, but we're happy about this win for sure.
Hawks looking to force a Game 7 tomorrow night. Henrik Lundqvist and the Rangers looking to do the same on this night. Game 6 in Tampa. Must-win situation for the Rangers. His teammates stake him to an early lead. This one already up 1-0 in the first. Keith Yandel snipes. And it's the Rangers in front by 2. The Lightning get one back on the power play, but in the third, New York explodes. JT Miller clean it up on the doorstep, put the Rangers up 3-1. They score 4 in the third, and they are ahead 6-3 with under 5 minutes to go, so it looks like we'll see a Game 7 Friday at MSG.
First start, I learned a lot from my previous situations.
There are some legal issues involving domestic violence.
It's unsettling. You know, he put himself in some situations that he didn't need to be in. But the fact of the matter is he was never charged with anything.
Joining us now is the Scores Bears beat reporter Zach Zaidman. Zach, what kind of an impact will the failed signing of Ray McDonald have on first-year GM Ryan Pace?
That's the big question, Mark. I think you lose the benefit of the doubt the next time that Ryan Pace tries to pass a big move like this past ownership. That's where it really hurts Vic Fangio, because the next time he goes to Ryan Pace in regards to a certain player and wants to make a move, you know, you lose a little bit of that trust because of the mistake that was made with this Ray McDonald move.
Looking on the football field, McDonald appeared to be a good bet to start at one of the defensive end positions in the new 3-4 scheme. Where do the Bears turn to replace him?
Yeah, that's the issue. They lost a starter, and I think right now when you look at what Ray McDonald was able to bring on the field, here was a defensive end that you could also slide inside as a defensive tackle, a guy who understood Vic Fangio's 3-4 scheme. The way you look at it right now, remember they signed the former Washington player, Jarvis Jenkins. He's going to get a shot outside. You figure Jeremiah Ratliff is going to bounce outside in this 3-4 scheme. In the middle, they drafted Eddie Goldman, the second-round pick, is going to get an opportunity at nose tackle. Ego Ferguson likely will get a chance to back him up, and you wonder where Will Sutton fits in the mix. Originally drafted to be a 3 technique in a 4-3 defense. Now he's kind of out of position.
New D coordinator Vic Fangio trying to fit some round pegs into square holes with this conversion to the new scheme. You think about veteran guys like Jared Allen, Willie Young, and the young linebacker Jonathan Bostic. Where do those guys fit now? That's what the next few months are for, and the Bears' new coaching staff has had an issue because Jonathan Bostic has been dealing with a back injury. He has yet to participate this offseason. Willie Young is coming off that Achilles injury. He is yet to participate. And then there's Lamar Houston, who's coming off that serious ACL, so he hasn't been able to perform on the practice field. Jared Allen, according to the coaching staff, is looking good playing at the outside, but it is a new position for him, and he's going to be asked to be doing some different things than he has throughout his career as a 4-3 defensive end. Normally, with the new coaching staff, you'd be worried about the offense, but in this case, is the defense more of an issue right now for the Bears? I think across the board, the Bears have issues. Remember, last year, the Bears' offense
averaged fewer than 20 points per game. Now, a lot of it had to do with the fact that the Bears were banged up on the offensive line. They're much healthier now, and I think they have 3 legitimate receiving threats, which they did not have during the Trestman era, because it's not just the addition of the first-round pick Kevin White alongside Alshon Jeffrey. They added the veteran receiver Eddie Royal in the slot. I think that makes them better. Plus, there's going to be a true commitment to the running game, which, for whatever reason, they abandoned last season.
Zach, thanks for joining us. Football season never all that far away.
The captain provided a serious comeback for the Blackhawks last night. Now he preps to lead the team to a series comeback. And what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas unless your baseball talents are too great to be bottled up in the desert. What happened at Wrigley didn't stay in Wrigley tonight. Bryant and Harper's big nights. SportsNet Central rolls on.
Is there such a thing as a sure thing in business? Some say buy gold. Others say buy soybeans. I say buy Comcast Business Internet. Unlike internet providers that slow down when traffic picks up, you get speed you can rely on. It's a safe bet. Like a gold-plated soybean.
Reliably fast internet starts at $69.95 a month. Comcast Business, built for business.
We all want that wow result on our own projects, that perfect reveal. To get it, all you need is proper prep and the right tools for the job. 3M Adhesive Technology delivers sharp paint lines and clean removal, so you can be confident you'll get great results. No surprises and no rework. Prep your next project with Scotch Blue Painter's Tape and pull off a better paint job.
Are you looking for a great deal on a brand new Honda? Get to Schaumburg Honda Automobiles during our Spring 10 sales event. No lying.
Lease a brand new 2015 Honda Civic with 0 down payment, 0 first payment, and just $199.
Be sure to see us before you buy.
Bob Rohrman.
Bob Rohrman, Schaumburg Honda Automobiles, just 8 blocks west of Woodfield Mall on Gulf Road in Schaumburg.
Saturday on CSN. The men in red are fired up and ready to erupt at home against Montreal with a rush of hell-raising fury. Watch them inflame the impact and go for the goal. Coverage starts at 7 on CSN. Flame on.
Friday night, come out and enjoy exciting baseball as Comcast SportsNet hosts a special viewing party at Timeout Sports Pub and Grill in Countryside. Watch Chicago square off with Houston. Enjoy Miller Lite and win prizes Friday at 7 p.m. Great beer equals great responsibility.
One comes McKeith. And now Hossa. Taves with a shot. He scores! With a minute 50 remaining, it is a one-goal game. Down to 40 seconds. Around it comes to Wilson and met by Shaw. Taves shots in front. They score! Jonathan Taves ties it with 37 seconds remaining.
Hard to believe. Jonathan Taves, 2 goals in 72 seconds. Not only got the Blackhawks to overtime last night, but it was the only a 5th time in Stanley Cup playoff history that a team tied a game after trailing by 2 goals in the last couple minutes of regulation. Taves, though, is the first to have both goals in the last 2 minutes. He's a leader in every sense of the word, and he looks to lead his team to a decisive 7th game tomorrow night.
Different guys say different things, but I think Taser leads by example. You saw last night with, even if he's not saying anything, the way he battles and obviously scoring the big goals for us, he leads by example, and that picks the team up, so he does a great job of that.
Earlier we asked you who's going to be the Game 6 hero and why. Patrick tweets anyone on the 10-80-86 line. That's the Sharp, Vermette, Tavo line because they're the hottest, and hopefully it's Sharp. Lee writes, Marian Hossa has been quiet all playoffs, and now it's all on the line. Do or die. Thanks for helping us out.
Now it's time to select tonight's GMC professional grade player. We are going with the Cubs rookie second baseman Addison Russell. The definition of clutch tonight. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Russell delivers his first career walk-off hit. The Cubs win their 13th one-run game of the season. And tonight, they did it with their young stars, Russell and Chris Bryant, playing starring roles. And that's something our expert analyst Todd Hollinsworth loves to see.
That's what it certainly is all about. You know, even Kyle Hendricks in this ball game was outstanding, going toe-to-toe with Jordan Zimmerman. You look at how this game plays out. Interesting. We get all the way. This one's decided by a ball in the gap. 7 solo homers got us there. And again, that's how this game and this series has played so far. It's been a lot about the long ball, but the big hit was Addison Russell, and a big day for him. 3 hits for him as well. So great to see the young guys coming through, and it's a statement series.
And, of course, Holly, a former National League Rookie of the Year himself. That will do it for the first half hour of SportsNet Central, presented by GMC. But don't go anywhere. Much more on all the day's top stories straight ahead.
Walk-offs for both Chicago baseball teams. We showed you how the Cubs did it. We'll show you what the Sox had to endure north of the border. Keep it here, SportsNet Central, on the other side.
We've been thinking, a pitcher who can paint the corners is known as a Rembrandt. Who doesn't love that kind of precision? At GMC, we get that. Not everyone can deliver a 95-mile-an-hour Rembrandt. This is precision. This is GMC. During the GMC Spring Sales Event, lease this 2015 GMC Terrain for around $199 per month for 24 months. Welcome to the show.
There are many careers that power today's IT world. The College of Information Systems and Technology at University of Phoenix helps students find their path. Our programs help IT professionals grow in fields such as app development, cybersecurity, and networking. Imagine your IT career, powered by University of Phoenix. To learn more, visit us online. Let's get to work.
With an 11% rebate on everything, Menards gives you the freedom to save on anything you choose, including sale prices. All Midwest landscape blocks are on sale, plus receive an additional 11% rebate. Enhance your yard with a 2 cubic foot bag of cedar chips or cedar mulch, $2.49. Plus, with an additional 11% rebate, they're only $2.22 each. That's savings on top of savings. Hurry in now, because Menards has an 11% rebate on everything.
Save big money at Menards.
When you paint with Frog Tape, something magical happens. Because Frog Tape is the only painting tape with patented paint block technology to give you the cleanest, sharpest lines possible. The patented paint block reacts with water and latex paint to form a microbarrier against paint bleed. Frog Tape Delicate even works on freshly painted surfaces, giving you maximum creative flexibility. For professional results when you paint, there's only one name to know. Frog Tape. Keeps paint out, keeps lines sharp.
We're a hard-working nation of perspiration. Stay cool, America. Gold Bond Powder Spray. Feel cool, dry, and refreshingly confident. Anytime, anywhere. Stay cool with Gold Bond.
The #1 problem I see, plaque. New Act Advanced with Plaque Guard kills 99% of bacteria, helps prevent plaque and gingivitis for a 12-hour shield of protection. Keep your mouth clean and fresh. New Act Advanced, advanced plaque protection.
Get the best Hawks coverage all season long with Comcast SportsNet and CSNChicago.com.
Tons of character, tremendous leadership, never die, never quit, find ways.
The adjectives offered up by Coach Q sound like a team returning home to close the deal.
But instead, the Blackhawks are fighting for their playoff lives. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Pat Boyle, I'm Mark Shanowski.
This is SportsNet Central, presented by GMC. North of the border, the White Sox try to live by the motto, if it's high, let it fly. If it's low, let it go.
Back here in Chicago, Vegas bred sluggers Chris Bryant and Bryce Harper